Hello everyone, this is the Mental Health for Life channel. When depression does not get better after 2 or more years of proper treatment through medication, it is called intractable or chronic depression. Medication is effective for 70% of people with depression. When medication does not help, special treatments such as electric current therapy and magnetic therapy are effective for about another 10% of people with depression. However, the remaining 20% or so are intractable, with no improvement in symptoms despite treatment. Even today, a significant number of people suffer from intractable depression. In this video, we will introduce intractable depression. 1. Depression is not considered intractable if you can lead the same life as before the onset of the illness by taking medication. If you are able to work and lead your daily life as long as you take your medication, it is not considered intractable depression. Refractory refers to a person who cannot return to his or her life before the onset of the illness, even if he or she takes medication. Some people think that they are not cured until they stop taking medication, but psychiatric drugs, such as antidepressants, can be taken for a long period of time, so they should not be rushed and should be reduced slowly. If your condition is stable on the same medication, there is no need to worry about dependence. However, in order to reduce medication, it is necessary to review one's lifestyle. In today's society, most illnesses are caused by living beyond one's physical and mental capacity. In addition, excessive consumption of alcohol, cigarettes, and other tobacco products, lack of exercise, and irregular lifestyle are also not good. Let's not overdo it because of our illness. Even if you have been taking medication for 10 or 20 years, there are many cases of people who have improved their lives and as a result, no longer need medication. For example, this may include people who have quit their jobs, paid off their loans, found a good partner, etc. Many people have improved their lives to the point of no longer needing medication. It is possible to stop taking medication even if you have been taking it for a long time. 2. Some depression is hard to cure. The current method of diagnosing depression does not take into account the cause of the onset of the illness, but refers to the presence of several symptoms as depression. For example, a person with depression caused by stress, a person with depression caused by a developmental disorder from birth, or a person with depression caused by hormonal imbalance after childbirth will all be diagnosed with the same depression. Therefore, depression is more like a syndrome of several illnesses than a single illness. It is said that underlying developmental disorders and postpartum depression tend to be prolonged. The same depression may be easily curable or difficult to cure. Another major cause of intractable depression is hopelessness about life. The loss of loved ones or things, betrayal by a trusted individual, a serious accident or incident, and other unavoidable misfortunes can all combine to make a person lose the energy to live. This sense of hopelessness leads to depression, and this depression then creates another sense of hopelessness, and we become stuck in this cycle. In these cases, even if you are told to have hope, it is not that easy to be optimistic. Sometimes, all we can do is wait for time to solve the problem. 3. Sometimes refractory people suddenly get better. Depression is a disease that is still poorly understood, so there are many unexpected triggers that can make a person feel better, such as a change in family relationships after being nearly bedridden for almost 10 years, a change in hospital and a new doctor, or starting slow with simple tasks. There are not many cases where a patient is bedridden for the rest of his or her life. 4. Treatment of intractable depression has been progressing. About 20 to 30 years ago, intractable depression began to attract attention, and its treatment has gradually progressed. It is true that there used to be problems on the medical side. There was polypharmacy, in which the same drugs were prescribed one after another because they were not curative. There were also cases where bipolar disorder type 2 was diagnosed as intractable depression, and treatment became complicated. These problems of medical causation are now being resolved. Also, the use of effective medications for refractory depression is being devised, and treatment is advancing day by day. 5. Let's start with what we like and what we enjoy. It's not good to think only about the illness. Instead of rushing to cure the disease as quickly as possible, try to take your mind off the disease. To do this, start with things that are easy and enjoyable to do. Music, games, having a pet, making things, sports, etc. It would be good if you can find something that makes you feel happy to be alive, even if only a little. This was the Mental Health for Life channel. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.